Hello everybody, welcome. It is freezing cold. It is currently snowy and we're going to be installing this Rusty's rear skid. So it's going to sit under there and it'll protect so that I'm not going to hit the front of the frame side of the rear lower control arms. So we're good to go. Let's get to it before I freeze out here. Got a 12mm bolt and a 9/16 bolt. It's going to be a 19mm on that 12 one, and we're going to need a 21mm for this 9/16. So for that, I had to call Rusty's to actually get a torque spec for tightening this, and we're going to be torquing the 12mm to 60 foot-pounds and the 9/16 to 110 foot-pounds. So got our torque wrench, got our adjustable, and all of our tools. All right, so here we are. Here's the lower control arm frame mount. It's going to be sitting basically right there. It's going to be taking up that extra hole and then where the control arm currently is mounted. Some light encouragement. So that bolts through there on the top. And so the other side, just gonna get a washer and nut. There we go. Yay, 60 foot-pounds, boy! Get excited for the main event here, which is going to be tightening that 9/16. Gotta get that thing to 110 foot-pounds. Tight. All right, so we are halfway through here. Here's what it looks like when it is fully on there. So it looks good. Got it sprayed down at DJ's powder coating in Kernersville before we came up here. So it's all ready to go. Control arms back in there, nice and tight, nice and tight. So let's do the other side. All right, so we are ready to do the passenger side now. So there's before. And here is what the skid looks like. It'll end up going like that. And then you've got the 2 bolts, 2 washers, 4 washers. And then that. Here's various tools for the job. There it is with the skid off. You can see we've taken a little bit of scrapey scrape to that control arm. So hopefully we'll avoid this in the future. But you can see it right there. That's all gonna get fixed. Here's the problem. So the frame side, where you're supposed to put this bolt through, see that? There's no space for the bolt because of the skid. What are we gonna do? All right, hello, welcome back. It's the next day. I went to put the bolt in and realized it's in the wife's Jeep, which is at work, half-hour away. So we gotta run back to Ace and get a new bolt. But basically, what we're doing is we're getting a new bolt for here. So I'll have to put the factory bolt back in, retorque, run to Ace, get a new bolt, put the new bolt in, replace both bolts, we good to go. All right, so we are back from Ace. Here's the bracket to go on the passenger side. Here's that 9/16 bolt and those thick washers and nylon nut. And here's what I came up with as a thing that we're gonna try here. So this is the original. This has a 12mm bolt, and so that is next to a 1/2 inch 4-inch bolt. You can see it's just ever so slightly shorter. Unfortunately, the nut is too big. I don't think that we're gonna be able to get a nylon lock nut in there, so I'm going with just a regular nut. We're gonna use some blue Loctite since it's only got to go to 60 foot-pounds. and thinner washers, but I don't think those will fit in there either. So we'll give it a shot. Well, it goes through there, but I don't know that we're gonna have enough to bolt to, unfortunately.
3 hours later.
Oh, so close. I think I got it on there finally. I got it on there, holy crap, yay! See, yeah, look at that, just barely fitting in there. That is such a tight clearance in there that it's unreal. Kind of had to get it in there and squish it a little bit. Eventually it worked. Not the greatest, but it is what it is. Okay, so I just measured it and got the bolts in here. So this is a 4.5 inch by 1/2 inch bolt through there. There's one of the 1/2 inch nuts. And like I said, I Loctited it on here. This is about 10 millimeters worth of space of washers, or roughly 3/8 of an inch. They're about the same there. And now it's time to torque it down. This one, which is a 19 millimeter, that one's going to be at 60 foot-pounds. This is going to be at 110 foot-pounds. We're just going to call that good because we don't want to deform. It's already starting to deform a little bit. It's just going to be what it's going to be. There it is, all torqued down. Again, I'll leave that where it is. All right, so there we go. The skids are on, they're all torqued. That was a struggle on the passenger side, but used a little bit of leverage to get the nut in there and then tightened it down with some Loctite. It's not really going to go anywhere since the gas tank skid is there. Anyways, skids are on there. They're nice and tight. I marked them with a paint pen as well so we can see if the nuts come loose at all. Thanks to Rusty's for making really good skids for the control arms, so we'll give them a shot off-road and see how they do. But in the meantime, subscribe if you got a second, leave a like or a comment. Otherwise, see you for the next install. Keep on trucking out there. Ooh.